So many people have been hearing about this GMO, GMO, GMO. It simply refers to genetically modified organisms, and it's a situation whereby they are trying to create another breed of already existing organism. It could be in terms of plants, animals, other microorganisms. Now, but in this case now, Billgate is majorly targeting uh, the farm produce, cash crops or food crops or agricultural products in Nigeria. But it wasn't on now the question. There is now a question of why is Aproko Doctor so much intense in helping to promote this GMO in Nigeria? Before, Aproko Doctor has been speaking with his tongue in cheek, remaining indifferent, being recalcitrant to speak or lend his voice or this GMO until he was sort of he was for the often times called out on the social media. That was when he came out to start speaking about GMO. And I watched the video Aproko Doctor was talking about and justifying GMO, coming into Nigeria. I was highly astonished and just sad, given the fact that Aproko Doctor claims that he's a medical doctor. I don't know why a medical doctor do not understand that there is a dichotomy between a medical doctor and an agriculturist or a farmer. And of course, I understand the concept of the fact that as a medical doctor, you must have had the knowledgeability of so many aspects of science, but it should be specific. Aproko Doctor, we don't even know if Aproko Doctor is now a content creator or is now an APC conspiratorian. We don't even know what he's doing. I watched the video whereby, and listen, when you see somebody trying to justify or defending an act and you see the person lambling and dribbling and dwindling himself with words to the extent that the person is not being specific, just know that that person is mendacious, the person is lying. And that was what Aproko Doctor did in the video that I watched today. Because so many people have been calling him out on X, on Twitter. Now, let's even look at the whole thing now. When you look at the problem of Africa, the problem of Nigeria, I think Africa remains the highest exporter of raw material. Whatever that is being manufactured in Europe today, whatever that is being manufactured in America today, whatever that is being manufactured in Dubai, whatever that is being manufactured in China, whatever that is being manufactured even in Africa, check the raw materials are being brought by what? Africa. The funds eterigo, of those raw materials come from what? Nigeria or Africa, the rest of African countries. Africa is so blessed that if Africa can maintain the independence of their resources, there's no continent on this earth that can compete with. Now, Billgate came in through so many non-governmental organizations who, whom both they collaborated and seek approval of his GMO tactics in Nigeria, and it was approved by the federal government of Nigeria. Now he said he wants to modify some of our agricultural products so that when we plant, the plant can be bringing more yield, good products, good this, good that. Bill Gates, as in who send you? Are Nigerians crying? Are Nigerians crying? What those are like? We don't need him. We don't need him. What are you doing in the space of Nigeria? And I think as of year 2000 or thereabout, I think they said Bill Gates also tried this kind of thing now that he's doing in Nigeria now. In India, because as of then, India has not even grew up to this extent. India was still one of the poorest countries in the world, and then he introduced this GMO, and a lot of Indians were buying the idea. They bought the idea. They were also buying the some of the the seed of all these things. And at the end of the day, the Indians, they ended up, you know, buying themselves. Why? Because at the end of the day, they discovered that they suffered huge economical loss. They suffered good economical losses, and at the end of the day, they couldn't take it anymore. So they got to take their lives. Now, Billgate has shifted again into Nigeria because Nigeria is so porous. Nigeria is so porous. Now, why Billgate should, if Billgate actually want to do something in Africa with his numerous wealth and resources and the whole thing, why not build factories that will employ people? Why not build good laboratories that can employ people? Why not help Africa in growing so many factories that will refine so many of our products? And for God's sake, even the Africa represents the only continent that has good natural resources, and we haven't been complaining. Why is Bill Gates coming in to alter our agricultural modus operandi? Our farmers, in fact, most of all this food now, most of all this GMO stuff now, this because it's chemicalized. It's chemicalized, and at the end of the day, you see people are suffering from cancer, kidney problems, all forms of diseases because we don't even know what we are eating. We don't even know what we are eating. We don't even know what we are eating in the name of GMO. Who sent him? Do we need his? What is he doing in the space of Africa? For God's sake, what is he doing in the space of Africa?